Hey guys, and welcome to yet another episode of Scrapped. Now today I want to talk about this supposed Pirates of the Caribbean reboot. And I'm going to be doing things a little bit differently. This is going to be very unscripted, just me kind of talking off the top of my head, simply because if these big movie websites can just give their opinion and pass it off as news, heck, so can I.
The code is more what you'd call guidelines than actual rules.
Now, for those who know me, I am a huge Pirates of the Caribbean fan. This was my Star Wars growing up. This series, these movies mean so much to me. So it bothers me when I go on Facebook or I go on Twitter and I see trending Pirates of the Caribbean reboot or Jack Sparrow is no longer in these movies, because it is not fact. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to talk a little bit about this reboot and address some of these issues with actual facts. So we're going to start with the Deadline Report. This is a website that give out insider information from Hollywood, and sometimes they just throw out some opinion pieces and people run with it as actual news. And they said about a month ago that Disney is exploring a reboot of the $1 million Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. They said the studio met with the writers from Deadpool and that they're thinking about rebooting the franchise. They did say Johnny Depp's character, Captain Jack Sparrow, could be in the new franchise, could be in the reboot, could be in the soft reboot. One thing for sure is that Jerry Bruckheimer will continue to produce the series. So what does this tell us? This tells us that Disney is in very early discussions with these two writers. Nothing set in stone, nothing is official, and people are just running with it. It's very similar to the whole Batman thing with Ben Affleck. He is Batman, he's not. He decided to hang up the cape, he's going back. He is Batman, he's not Batman. He's directing the movie, he's not directing the movie. It's the same exact thing. So then a week happens, people are talking about this Pirates of the Caribbean reboot, and they happen to pass Stuart Beattie, who co-wrote the original script from 2002. He has not worked on the series since, but because he had worked on the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise, not even the franchise, the first film, they said, okay, let's talk to this guy and ask him what he thinks about the reboot. Now granted, he has no involvement in this new one. He had no involvement in the series for almost 20 years, and the interviewer candidly asked him, hey, what do you think about Jack Sparrow no longer being in the Pirates of the Caribbean reboot? You can see in his face in the video, he's caught off guard. He says, and I quote, I think he's had a great run. Obviously, he's made the character his own, and it's become the character he's most famous for now. Kids all over the world love him as that character, so I think it's been great for him. It's been great for us, and I'm very, very happy about it. Okay, so the next day we are given articles and articles saying Pirates of the Caribbean creator says Jack Sparrow had a good run, is no longer in Pirates. Confirmed. Disney confirms Jack Sparrow is no longer in Pirates of the Caribbean. Wow. Okay, you see how this works? And this is why it's frustrating to me, because I have friends who text me. They know I'm a big Pirates fan, and they say, hey, Chris, what do you think about this? We have people who are just hungry for news, who are hungry for that click. And they say, yes, Jack Sparrow is no longer in Pirates of the Caribbean. They are rebooting it. Okay. All right, sounds great. So then we get this newest, I should say, news with big quotations. In this article, and this is the thing that went viral recently, the character Red, who was newly added on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, she was the red head in the previous auctions scene. Now she's this fully fleshed out character who's very cool. I think the addition to the attraction is great, but they're saying that she's going to be the main focus of the movie. Therefore, of course, Captain Jack Sparrow can't be in it. Okay, so sure, Red could be in the movie, but Disney never said Jack Sparrow is not in this new version of the film. Whether it's a sequel or a soft reboot, we don't care what that guy said, we don't care what that website said. So this is where we are, and they keep using words supposed, rumored, maybe. This could be an option. Disney has different avenues. This is one way, or they could do it this way. Nobody knows. The only thing we know for sure is that Pirates of the Caribbean is in a very early pre-production stage at Disney. Jerry Bruckheimer is the producer, and the only comment officially from Jerry Bruckheimer is this, and I will read it directly from his mouth. When asked about Pirates of the Caribbean 6 or if Johnny Depp won't be in it, he says, I just don't see it. The secret to a successful franchise is picking talented people, and Johnny is absolutely key to the success of Pirates. He's such a unique character, such an endearing character, all in one. So as you know, Jerry Bruckheimer has produced every single Pirates of the Caribbean since day one. He is now attached to Pirates 6, or this Pirates soft reboot. The man who is in charge of this says that Johnny Depp's Captain Jack Sparrow is the key to the franchise. What I honestly think, and granted, my knowledge on this is probably just as good as yours, but what I believe is really happening is that Disney is working on a soft reboot. They tried to do that originally with Pirates of the Caribbean 4. It was set up different from the original trilogy. We're focusing on Jack Sparrow. But the problem is when Pirates 5 came out, they went backwards. They brought in these newer characters that were tied to the original trilogy. Granted, it's great seeing characters that are familiar, but there were plans for this soft reboot with Jack Sparrow and all these new characters that was completely scrapped. And I'm going to be doing a scrapped Pirates of the Caribbean 5 very soon because I've seen and I've read that script and it was going to be very, very different. Pirates of the Caribbean 6 is going to be a soft reboot. Just like Jurassic World was a soft reboot to the Jurassic Park franchise, just like Force Awakens was a soft reboot to Star Wars. I do think Red's going to be a character in the movie, and maybe Jack Sparrow won't be the focus of the story, but he's going to be in the story. Much like how he was in the first movie. He wasn't the main character. Because Jack Sparrow works as a side character. He's like the Han Solo, right? You don't know if he's a good guy, you don't know if he's a bad guy. When you make him the hero, part of his character is lost. So is the Pirates of the Caribbean series that I love scrapped? No. Let's not forget that Captain Jack Sparrow is the Pirates of the Caribbean branding. You can't separate the two. Even though Pirates of the Caribbean, the ride, has been around for over 50 years, Jack Sparrow is Pirates of the Caribbean. And also, last thing, let's not forget that Disney has invested a lot of money with this movie franchise. The Singapore attraction is based on the movie. They have new shows at the Disneyland park and Disney parks with Captain Jack Sparrow. They're not just gonna scrap him like that. And let's not forget that Pirates of the Caribbean 5 was pretty financially successful. Yes, not as successful as Pirates 3 or Pirates 4, but those did some insane numbers. The Pirates of the Caribbean series is still a billion-dollar franchise. And there was that little zinger after Dead Men Tell No Tales. I do want to see this. I do want to see Davy Jones. I don't know how they're going to bring him back, but hey, it's the Pirates world. They can figure it out. That's all I'm going to say. For the question of the day, let me know, what do you think about this whole Pirates of the Caribbean reboot? What do you think about a Captain Jack Sparrow-less Pirates of the Caribbean?
Not true. Of course not.
Thank you so much for watching this episode of Scrapped. A huge thank you to all the new people that are part of this Crisscross crew. It's so cool to see all these awesome new people and all these fresh faces. Well guys, with that, until the next episode, my name is Chris and you have just been crisscrossed. Peace out.